The fun thing for us about St. Elizabeth is it happens to be my parish, so doing work at a place that you go to often is very fun. And it's a great group. It was the first Catholic school built in Las Vegas in 30 years when we did that, so they hadn't done a lot of them, and a lot of things had changed in education. We were involved in building the school, building the parish hall, and renovating the church.
Some of the biggest changes that Father Kevin wanted to make at the time was to bring the church to a level of quality that reflected the reverence for the space and for St. Elizabeth and for worshiping in this space.
We had a really tight site. So the site is not even quite 10 acres. And the church was already there and parking was already there. And they asked us in our interview, how are you going to fit it all? And we came to the interview with a scheme or an idea of how we would do it. And the way the idea is that we overlapped uses. So we used the parish hall and we created a kind of a gymnasium within it that the students could use as gym for gym class, but then the parish could use it for banquets and things on the weekends.
As architects, we always look to maximize the usage that any client can have for a building, because we know, they're limited on budget, and so you try to look for opportunities where certain spaces can be used in multiple applications.
We were able to, instead of building two things, build one and consolidate it. We put them around a courtyard so that it would be able to be used by both groups and they wouldn't actually intermingle.
There's something about planning when you're working together with the client, a flexibility for future needs. If you can plan into the building somehow, will definitely pay for itself in no time at all.
The most fun part about that whole project is we designed it in a design charrette with open parishioners coming to do it with us. And that was very fun, and we got a whole lot of good ideas from the people that belong to the congregation about what their needs would be for the parish hall and what they felt the school needed for them to put their children in it. So it's a very close community, as most parishes are, but they were really great to work with.
LGA was responsible for designing the parish hall and the school, and then eventually the infill between the parish hall and the existing church to help accommodate more parishioners and introduce a daily mass chapel, which is the Mater Dei chapel that you see here.
The Mater Dei chapel that we did, it's believed that that's the house that Mary lived in until her death. And it had 3 arches, and it was a really simple dwelling, certainly not what you would expect for the mother of Jesus, but she was a humble woman and lived out her days in this very special place. So we tried to mimic the 3 arch and the entry to the Mater Dei chapel as feeling that way. We also have 3 arches at the altar, which one is the main altar, and then the 2 are side chapels or side altars where you can go and pray to Mary. It's a really beautiful little chapel. It only seats 250 people, very intimate, very naturally daylit, and really nice place.